I am surrounded by herbs and good smells. Something that smells this good must be hard to grow. Fortunately, Master Gardener Pam Elliott is here with some advice on growing herbs. Welcome, Pam.
Hi, Celeste. Thanks for having me.
Pam, I see you have brought me a garden of wonderful smells.
Yes.
This one is lemon balm, and
Smells so good, doesn't it?
And what else did you bring for good smells?
Well, we have some sweet English lavender.
Oh my gosh, you notice you put it in your drawers and...
Yes, you just let the leaves dry, and if you just stroke it like this, and it just puts a fragrance in the air. And then we have some chocolate mint. You have to smell this.
This is one of my favorites. And you're growing some of these just for
yes,
the smells, aren't
I grow
you?
them just for the smell, and they're so good when you're entertaining, or you're just sitting on the patio and you want to relax a little bit.
This one just smells good enough to eat. So
it does.
So you're growing them in containers so that you can bring them inside?
I can bring them inside because really we're not the exact best zone for growing herbs. But this way, when we have a cold snap like we did last week, I can just bring the herbs inside.
You can just bring them inside, and you have all these fragrances
I have
inside,
all these fragrances
and you can
inside.
use them for cooking, etc.
Yes.
This one is
that's a salvia right there.
the pineapple sage. Smells so good. And you were telling me the flowers are
The flowers are edible, and you can, yes, they are beautiful if you use them as a garnish on a plate, and then you can eat them as well.
So you pick the herbs by the ones that you like, by the scents.
By the scent.
Also, you pick them and you grow them in containers.
I grow them in
mostly.
containers, yes,
So
I do.
none of them are in the ground.
None of them are in the ground.
And how do you pick the containers?
I just find the container for the size I want the herb to be. You know, if I don't want it to really grow too large, I use a smaller container.
Use a smaller container. And even this little tarragon you have in the cutest little shot glass, I guess.
Yes.
Isn't that cute?
Because I think they make nice table accents as well. So I try to incorporate them in the decor.
Very good. Are the herbs hard to grow?
No, they're really not hard to grow. Just a little bit of water, good potting mix, good drainage, right temperature. They don't like a lot of humidity. Some of them, a few of them even like a little bit of shade. So the patio works well because they have indirect sunlight.
Now, we're going to plant one,
Yes,
right?
we are.
Or you're going to tell me how to plant one?
Yes.
Do you like the clay containers
I like
the best?
clay containers because they breathe. They're breathable.
And all the containers have a hole in them.
Yes, so they drain.
A drainage hole in them. So what would be the first step to planting one?
First step, we're going to use a little bit of gravel.
We're going to use a little bit of gravel. How much?
Oh, just enough to kind of cover the bottom.
Cover the bottom with a little bit of gravel. Not too much. Okay, and then next?
We're going to use a little bit of potting soil.
Some potting soil. Okay, and tell me about this potting soil.
It has a nice mix so it'll drain, and it will also retain some moisture.
Yes, I noticed it's nice and light. It's got a little perlite in it. It looks like a good mix. Okay, we're going to plant this lemon balm in a different container. So when you're opening it up, do you look at the root system?
I look at the root system to make sure it's nice and healthy. They're not too compacted.
Really nice, really nice. Do you break it up at all? Or?
Nope, I just put it right on in there.
Great, put it right on in.
Because I'm using a pot a little bit larger than the plant, so it has room to grow.
We fill in with
Just
the
fill it
surrounding
in.
soil. Nice.
Yes.
And then, so you just want to at the same level that it was
Same
planted.
level, or sometimes I may do just a little bit
Just
less.
a little bit high. And I just have exactly enough soil.
Right. And then sometimes if I just want to be very decorative, I'll add a little bit of a light layer of mulch on top.
Oh, okay. And here you have some decorative mulch?
Yes.
Nice. And then we have saved enough room for that. That looks good. Nice. So now tell me, we've got our herb all planted, our lemon balm. Now what do I do?
Well, we're just going to water it, and just a little bit of water. We don't want to saturate it. Herbs, they don't like their roots too wet. And maybe about once a week, just give it a little bit of water. And just kind of look at it, because the leaves will tell you they're nice and they're not limp. But if they be going a little limp, you know it needs a little bit more water.
And sometimes you can tell by the weight of the pot.
Yes,
or
you
using
can.
Your finger. And do you fertilize them at all?
I don't. I do not fertilize my herbs.
And do you ever have to trim them to keep them in size?
I don't, only because I'm constantly breaking off leaves. So I can emit the fragrance, because usually either breaking off a leaf like this, or rubbing it and kind of going like this is how I get the scent into the air. Or either I'm breaking it off so I can cook with it. Because when I go like this and can you smell it in the air?
I can. It's a wonderful smell. Well, if you were going to keep them in bounds and you wanted to use it, you could also pinch.
Yes, you could pinch them.
Pinch.
Yes.
Well, Master Gardener Pam Elliott, thank you for all your help today in
thank
growing
you.
herbs.
I've enjoyed it.
Surround yourself with good smells. Try a few herbs in containers this spring.